What are your true feelings about Mason housing?
I mean, overall, I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm fortunate to live on campus, which is a good thing. I will say, I feel like the housing process isn't as efficient as it should be. I guess I've been pulled into housing because I've been rooming with people who like have to sign up for it first. But I've heard frustrations from other students, and then move-in day is awful. I hate the whole like move-in week process.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it could be completely different. I don't know exactly how, but they need to change it because it makes everyone so stressed.
Okay.
I would agree with that. Definitely the move-in part because, I mean, this is our 4th year here, so we've had 4 move-ins, and every year they've tried to change it pretty much, and every year it's just been entirely unsuccessful. And I remember one year we ran around to like 4 different buildings because nobody emailed us and told us where we were supposed to get our key. And my parents were mad. I was a little frustrated. Like it was a process. And
why is this so stressful?
First off, they give you like a certain like time frame to get your key. So like I think freshmen move in first. I think we're honestly one of the last as you get further into your schooling, you're like the last to come to on campus because they want the freshmen to like be all involved and everything. So you get like a specific day where you have to come in, and then you can come in at that particular hour. You can't come before.
What happens if you come after that time?
Yeah, you can go after.
Okay.
And then you go and you try to get your key, but like Rachel said, I mean, sometimes they tell you one place, but then another RA is like, no, they're not here, so you have to go someplace else. And I think we like had to like run around like the entire campus of 3 different buildings. Yeah, trying to figure out where our key was. Not even like to like find our apartment, just to find out where our key was.
It was like Northern Neck, and then somewhere in the JC, and then like somewhere else, and we're like, what?
It's also really frustrating that our like home desk is all the way across to Northern Neck. Like we don't have a home desk here.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
so if I got locked out once, and I had to walk like without any shoes, basically all the way over to Northern Neck. Oh, so then you also have to deal with all the traffic and everybody trying to park in
like, Mason Pond Deck.
Yeah.
And then this year they created different docks where you were supposed to like move in, like you were at like dock 5 or something like that, and it just became really challenging. I don't even think we didn't do that, but yeah, I can't imagine.
And then I know like if like here you don't really get any help. I think last year they paid for movers to help you move in.
I think they did this year too.
Oh, okay. So which was nice because we live up on the 3rd floor, so things start to get really heavy really quickly. But I know like in like the commons and in the park, other students that come to Mason help you move in too. So I feel like it's quicker for them to move in because there's so many people helping out. Where when we were over here, it was kind of just like if there was a mover available to help us, they would help us. But otherwise, we had to like lug everything.
Had either of you ever been forced to live in a triple?
No. Yes. Freshman year. Yes. It was awful.
It was awful?
It was awful.
You just didn't get along?
I didn't get along with my roommates, which may have been a part of having to live in such close quarters, but it was just we were always on top of each other. And for instance, like my roommate's closet was right next to my desk, so every time she had to go to her closet, I basically had to move and get out of her way. The other 2 desks were underneath a loft, but even so, like with moving out the chairs and then putting books and papers around you, it was just we had like no room to walk. It wasn't really. I never felt comfortable in my room, so I couldn't actually just like hang out in there. I would always have to like go someplace else.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Did somebody sleep on your bed once?
Oh, yeah, and then when my roommate had someone else sleep on my bed without asking me, which was also an issue, but they could have slept on the floor, but that's okay.
Why did you choose to live in the student apartment specifically?
Well, it was the first time I got to choose my roommate. My freshman year and sophomore year were randoms, but this time I actually got to choose my roommates. It was cheaper. I don't think my parents would have paid for me to go live in the more expensive apartments. And I don't know. I guess it gives you a sense to be like more independent because you're still not living at home, but you're still able to live on campus. But you can like provide your own food. You don't have to rely on the food system at Mason,
which is really expensive.
Right.
Actually, it's outrageously expensive, but it's good.
Didn't Amy and Katie propose that we live in student
apartments? I think so.
Okay.
So our other roommates
Okay.
proposed it to us, and we wanted to live with them, so we accepted it.
Okay, that's great. And what specifically would you like to change about where you live? Are there any things that you really don't like that you just had to come to accept, or is there any like big changes you would like to see?
More sidewalks. We seem to trudge through the mud a lot.
Yes, we do.
Other than that, I don't really have any complaints.
A dishwasher, that would be really nice. Oh, more
More
laundry.
washers and
Yeah. Mainly, I think more dryers because
They go longer.
so we need more of them than we do the washers.
Okay.
And then 3 buildings to 4
4,
washers
yeah.
and 4 dryers is a little ridiculous.
You have to like fight people to get a washer. It's
Wow.
kind of.
Yeah.
I take my laundry.
I have
home
gotten
now.
into fights down in the laundry room because of like taking clothes out and putting clothes.
I
in.
just try not to deal with it now. I take it home if I can. And ours, always 1 or 2 of them is like out of order. I'm always picking
Yeah.
up that little stupid phone and calling over there and being like, one of our like washers is broken. George Mason, blah blah blah. It always seems like one of them's broken.
That's true.
Do they have any like a fast time to come and repair it, or is it always something you're
I've
just
never-
waiting
I
for?
haven't noticed. They take a while to repair it.
I've never followed up on it because it's like so few and far between that I actually go and do my laundry down there. So
Yeah.
I always feel like at least one of them is broken. So
Yeah.
if they do come and fix it, they don't look at the other ones to see if they need fixing either.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
No problem.